All right, what's up, everybody out there in this world? This is your boy Hood Films. Welcome to the channel. You've made it to the Hood Films channel. I'm talking to you today about the different stuff I've seen going on up in Washington, D.C. at the U.S. Capitol. All of the news that's going on today about the happenings at the Capitol. And I just want to talk to you about some of that stuff. Why even talk about that lady, Maya Ponsetto, who actually had this situation with a young black boy where she disrespected him and tried to fight him, and then his family had to get involved. So I might talk about those things as well. Uh, Welcome to the page. Welcome to the channel. This is the little office space I do work in. You can see my library back over here with the green screen on the wall over there. And it's all surrounded in here. Filmmaking goes on in this realm of the world. So I wanted to talk about that stuff because, for me, it's a little off-putting. You see all these white people out here could wild out in America, and they lock guys up that look like me for way worse, way less. I mean, think about it. The black dudes be on the internet talking shit. Hey, yeah, what's up, nigga? It's me. This my rap crew, boy. We rapping and rapping and rapping. Here go my gun. Here go my weed. Yeah, I'm out here in these streets. White folks be sitting back like, is that a gun? That marijuana doesn't look legal. And a pit bull. All right, let's go in. You're under arrest for a felon who has a gun charge and a weed charge and all this. She like, I'm a rapper. I wasn't meaning nothing. I was just rapping. Yeah, tell her to the jail. Then fast forward, you got the Caucasians up in Nancy Pelosi office, who they've told us as black people that you're supposed to respect these Caucasians because it's supposed to be somebody that's a senator and a House representative and all this shit, House Speaker and all this. I'm kicking my feet up on the goddamn table. These guys all up in her office. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm on her office because I can't stand that evil bitch. And they up here talking shit about her, the Nancy Pelosi lady. And it's like, and I'm seeing it on the fucking news. And everybody like, well, they're just insurrectors. And they were speaking about America in their own way. However, this black dude's sitting in jail right now for making a fucking YouTube video, and the gang is talking to him like, "Hey, homie, ain't you a Crip or a GD?" And he like, I was just making a rap song, man. They talking about I'm in here for a Rico goddamn case. I don't even know Rico." Gang's like, he up here trying to hold out on us. He probably a leader somewhere. Why am I giving you that scenario? Because just like everything else in America, the same thing that a black person does is a fucking crime. If a Caucasian does the same thing, it's to be studied, it's to be accepted, it's to be looked upon as this is the norm, this is okay. Hey, they're just rioting because they won the game. They're not really breaking in these buildings and really breaking stuff and really setting police cars on fire. That's not really happening. Black Lives Matter, raiding buildings. You even have black people on there. This is not representing us. We don't do stuff like this. Why y'all raiding like this? What's y'all problem, man? Y'all making all us look bad. How many white people said that the people down at the U.S. Capitol was making them look bad? Not one. So, and then, the irony. And I actually got to hit y'all with this one a lot. Thank y'all for watching and thank y'all for subscribing. When a person that's black does a crime and somebody dies, victim or another one of his fellow criminals, what happens to that guy? You know what happens to that guy? They're charged for the death of the deceased human, whether it's a person that was with him or a person that they went to go perpetrate upon. That person dies, somebody dies in the commission of a crime, the perpetrator goes down forever for that. You know how many black dudes is in jail right now? Because somebody died during the time of their crime. You know how many black men are locked up because of that right now? And you have the audacity to think that we're supposed to sit up here and accept that that person and guy or girl that got shot or killed or got hit in the head about that place that the people who you keep saying you're arresting shouldn't be accosted and accused and charged with that crime of those murders? Oh, because there's so many white people, you just don't know who to pinpoint, or you won't do that to another white person because that's your cousin and your brother and your coworker and your family member, and they told you over the holidays what the fuck they was gonna do. And now you sit back like, well, I was just over there talking to John, and he was saying that they're going to the U.S. Capitol. I'm not going. I'm not a part of that shit. But I don't know. You know what the fuck they was gonna do. But you ain't gonna do shit to stop it, because your job in America is to stop black people, and that's what the fuck you've been doing. It's in your blood. It's in your system. Your ancestors did it. They're gonna be probably doing that shit in the future because that's what it is in America. And they're just sick of it. And so you got black men in jail who was doing a robbery, doing a carjacking, doing a fucking breaking and entering, and then in the midst of that, somebody got shot, somebody got hurt, somebody got stabbed. They say, oh, okay, well, somebody got stabbed, somebody got shot, somebody died. You going to jail for his murder. Not only is you going to jail for the robbery, not only is you going to jail for the gun, but you're also going to jail for the murder of this guy or this girl. They would put you in jail for vehicular homicide. You driving your car and somebody died, it's your fault. They did. It's on you. It's sad. It's not nice. It's not right. It's not what you would want to happen, but it can happen to anybody. You go to jail for the death of that person. But when they up here on this Capitol and they jumping around smacking shit and crashing shit and fuck y'all, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't know what y'all want to do, whatever. Wilding the fuck out. Well, guess what happens? Nobody go to jail. Nobody goes down. We're only going to charge you with enough criminal stuff to scare you, so you think next time before you try to come and do something this bucko. But truth be told, because if you listen in the hood, I'm going to keep it all the way 100,000 trillion with you. So hit the like button, subscribe, share. Do that to this video because it's authentic and it's official. I'm one of those guys that's going to tell you the truth. And I'm educated and I'm from the streets and I did all this stuff. So I know what I'm doing. I know I'm smart. I had knowledge of self through hip hop as a kid. I carried that over into my adulthood life where I understand stuff. I was woke at 11. All right. So, and it came from the music. So beyond that, here's what I want to speak to you. And thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing to this channel. They're locking up Caucasians around America. Actually, I'm going to hit you with two different things. The first thing I'm going to hit you with is this. Who's in jail around America? Who's in jail from your quickest notion of thought? Who the hell you think is in every jail in the 50 states of this country? Maybe not Alaska. Who's in jail? Who is in the jails? Like, who don't work there? Who are the inmates? Who is in the 50 states prisons and jails in America? You guessed it. Black people. People that look like me. Every single jail in America. Over 2 million people locked up in this country. In America. Check this out. You think they're going to send them Caucasians who was down there at the U.S. Capitol to the fucking same jail with them black people? To the fuck, you think somebody who used to be a lawyer 2 days ago, somebody who used to be a CEO, somebody who was running some tech company, somebody who was just a white man that was doing some kind of construction work or a fucking truck driver is going to actually go to jail for doing this crime? Where black people are sitting in there who sold some weed or beat up his baby mama or was drunk and had drugs, so they hit him up on a raid or a RICO case and he's sitting in prison and been in there 8 years, 9 years, 4 years, 4 weeks, 4 months, and now they finna drop off 42 white people, 300 white folks, all y'all going to jail, all y'all sentenced to crime, all y'all finna sit up in this DC jail, all y'all finna go back to your home state and do this time in your home state where it ain't nothing but black dudes sitting in there. Yeah, let's see that happen. It's the Proud Boys. It's the whoever what the hell they call themselves. They not going to sit up in no jail. Because you know what jail is for? It's for black people. Basically, you 3/5 of a human. So a whole human get to tell you what the hell it is. And guess what the whole human said? You the criminal? I'm not. You the jail person? I'm not. I work at the jail to make sure you don't do shit. The jail is in my neighborhood. I'm gonna hire my family member to work at the jail to watch your ass until you leave this earth. So it's hard to just sit back and just not say nothing about it. And then my people are so outraged about it. Why ain't they arresting them? Why ain't they locking them up? Why ain't they doing this? Why ain't they doing this? Like, are you this dumb? Nobody's going to do nothing to Caucasians, man, because they will actually start a civil war. Literally. That's what the fuck that was, to let people know. Fuck with us if you want to. If you lock up every single human that was over at that place, do you know what happened? Another 50,000 to step up and say, this is for you, John. They don't do that in our culture. They don't do that in our race. Black people be trying to kill each other every fucking day. One reason or another. It's just the culture. It's what it is. It's like, hey, you crossed me. You did this thing. It ain't nothing to talk about. You're dead. And that's what it is. But when Caucasians cross, when Caucasians do the utmost and been consistently keeping the blacks redline, keeping blacks out of neighborhoods, keeping blacks out of food, keeping your parent out your home, hey man, they get a pass. That's the game. And so here's the last point that I was going to make to you. Is it possible to fire a white man? That's the question. Is it possible to fire a white man? Absolutely not. You can't fire a Caucasian man. You know why? Because they got 5 things they can do to change their fucking life like that. Here's number 1. Change their name. Caucasian men can go change their fucking name in any state and become John to Gabriel, John to Tony, Tony to Frank, Frank to Ed. Move to another state, grow a beard, and ain't nobody gonna think that none the wise. Identity changed. You can't fire a white man. You know why? Because the second thing a white man can do is he can just go get another job. Literally just go to the other company and say, hey, it didn't work out over there. You know, I did my best. And then say, John, everybody deserves a second chance. Come on. Back working. Next county, next state, next city, next wherever. It's not hard. You know, the third thing a Caucasian person can do, why you cannot fire a white man? Because he can literally go tell the truth. He can go to the news. He can go to the fucking GoFundMe people and say, hey, I made a mistake. You know, I was on drugs. Or I you know, this weekend was bad for me. My dog died and I did this thing. And they'd be like, oh, shit, you know, he gave us, you know, he told us the truth, man. You know, black people would be like, you know, hey, man, everybody deserves this, man. Handing him stuff, taking care of him, looking out for him. And then he don't have to have a problem after that. He can sit back and be like, whew. Okay, I'm going to reinvent myself. Now I'm going to just build RVs on the beach. But his life has changed. Like that. Fourth thing a Caucasian can do to change their life in seconds. They can literally afford plastic surgery. Just go to some goddamn place and be like, change my nose and my cheeks, and go right out there and still be Ed Schwartz. Yeah, I know a guy named Ed Schwartz. And keep it moving. Just, I got money. Oh, you know what, man? That really fucked up last time. You know what? I'm going to just change my goddamn name. And I'll never change my whole fucking face. And just physically pay for it. They have money. They have access. They can go to somebody and say, I need this plastic surgery. And somebody will say, okay. Black people can't do none of these things. None of these things that I'm naming. No way, no how. Our last thing that a white person can do, in all my opinion, why you cannot fire a white person? Because a white person can go be a boss over any black person breathing. From Jay-Z to Beyonce to you name it. You name a black person with 10 cents to 10 billion. And a black white person can walk up and say, hey, they'll say to the black person, hey, this is my nephew, Sebastian. He's going to be managing your whole account now. You know, Sebastian was going through stuff at a point. He went up to the Malaysia and got himself together, and our family thinks that this will be the right thing for him because he knows so much about culture now. And you be sitting there like, well, what? So this motherfucker finna be the person who I talk to? No, no, you'll still be talking to Jen. You'll still talk to Jen, but he'll be kind of like spearheading the whole entire operation. So Jen will be more talking to him than you, and you be sitting back like, okay, y'all paying. So hey, Gabriel, tell me about Malaysia, and you would not even think about it because what they can do in that culture, you cannot do. So every single white man who was down there on them steps, and the 50,000 who are 10 people who was there, get to do anything they want to change their name. And here's the caveat, or the kicker, or the jump shot, or the thing on the top of the pole. And you already noticed the truth, so I'm not kicking no knowledge that you don't even know. You're a smart person. That's why you made it to the end of this video, because you absolutely are smart, and you know that this kicking real knowledge, that you ain't gonna see this stuff swirling around the internet because everybody trying to be nice and cool and friendly, and they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But lastly, and you know this is a fact, I'm sitting up here looking you directly in your eyes, and you tell me if I'm not lying about this particular point. Every Caucasian makes top dollar around the world in their jobs, meaning that they have the money to change their life in a second. Buy a new condo, sell the last one, go buy more property, go do whatever the hell it takes because they are financially set. And you know that. And then no matter where they go around this country, their money is good. Now, what can that happen to black people? As soon as you get a felony, not only can you not vote, you can barely leave your state. You barely can get on a plane. You definitely ain't leaving the country. As soon as you get a felony, you ain't getting no job. You can forget education, get no government assistance, psych, not you. As soon as you get a felony, no job, quick homelessness. Quick homelessness. No job, no friends, no clothes change. No job, no clothes. Now you're thinking, I got to survive. And what's going to happen? The same system that they set up to happen. Eventually going to catch up to you. You're going to sit up in a damn jail cell. And they're going to say, hey, you want to come in here and talk amongst the group and confess to what you did this for? Well, I ain't had no money. I was broke. I was out here. I got out last time. I couldn't find nothing. And they're going to say, that's not why you did this. You're going to be like, yes, it was. I was broke. I needed money. I was trying to survive. I needed food. John, we won't let you out of here until you tell the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I was hungry. I went to my mother's house. They said they wasn't in the room because my brother left here with his kids, and I don't have no money. My sister. What you mean? You're here because you're a schizophrenic psychological disorder. And every time you get into a tough situation, you think schizophrenia and kleptomania. And you're sitting back like, what the hell? This just... Here's the forms. Read it. Here, take all these sheets. This you. Bam. What? What y'all talking about? Oh, don't worry about it. We could fix all of that. I know what we told you is big. Take this pill and this water. These gonna be your pills. See, it got your name on it. Here. Okay. I thought I was just hungry and needed food. No, just read the forms. You're a kleptomanic psychological disorder, hungry victim, eater. What? This is the facts that black people have to go through, because now all of a sudden you've been dealt with in some maniacal way by people who you have no control over, and then they start giving you titles. Yeah, you ADHD and with a psychodyslexia and a little bit of rock and roll. And you like, I heard of rock and roll, but I never heard of none of this other shit. Don't you know how to twerk? Like, yeah, well, that's you then. Oh, okay. You said twerk, dyslexia, ADHD. Man, that's that shit, boy. We just listen. We not here trying to debate and fight them. We just go on with what the fuck they say. And then at the end of the day, they go down here and flip up and go crazy. And it's this whole fake, we're going to lock them up. They're going to jail. You ain't finna lock up your cousins and brothers. You're not. You know how, and I'm off of here after this last point, why nobody's going to jail? Because it was one day in history, in the history of black humans, there was one day when a white person went into another white person's house and they saw an enslaved black human for the first time. And that white person was supposed to say, what, y'all? Hey, what the hell are you doing? That's a human like me and you. You can't make that human do that. Hey, you, get up and get out the phone. But no, Tony, I don't like this. This ain't right. We cannot let this happen. You're not doing this. This is a human. No. Instead, what happened when the first white person saw the first black person being enslaved? He said, I want one. How you get that? Give me one. Wait, you can have 50? You can have as many as you want? This how you treat them? Cool. I'm telling everybody I know. That's all really had happened. It wasn't some big dang ordeal. It's just that nobody would stop it. And then it just carried on. So that's the same thing to why no one goes to jail, because it's just carrying on. Nobody's gonna. If black folks was even in charge, they would feel like, well, we're not gonna put them in jail. Do you know what going back to normal really is? When everybody say, I can't wait till things get back to normal. I can't wait till things get back to normal. Black people at the bottom going to prison and jail when somebody else decided. The rest of the fucking world going on with their life, acting like black people ain't the reason why you even in this country. That some rules and regulations happen that black people enacted in safety and put their lives on the line so that 10, 15 years later, your culture could come to America. And if I'm lying about this, do the history. Do the history of when your family came to America. It had to be, things happened. They called it the Civil Rights Bill, the Civil Rights Act. That happened before they let any other cultures over here. If I'm lying, go look it up yourself. Don't listen to me. Go look it up yourself. So finally they let all these other cultures over here catapult them over black people, which means basically just getting somebody else to go to war with them because they're going to use money and say, we gave you money. We gave you this. You could twerk all the hell you want to do with them, but you got a condo and you got a mortgage. So when we say this shit, fuck them. And that's just how it is. So, but it came from the backs of black people who was getting the hell beat out of them in Selma, who was Martin Luther King getting shot down and murdered. And that just carried over. But none of us was around to know this. None of us was around to figure this out. We just seeing the benefits after the fact. And TV and everything else that said black people ain't shit. So everybody just carry on with that psychology. That's normal. So what's happening now is abnormal. It's not even nothing to do with black people. It's literally happening in a white culture. And they willing to fight each other over their principles. So what we gonna do? Sit back as black people and just watch and look. And then eventually, we get to choose our white man. Whether it's Trump, Bush, Biden, who you name it. You go get to choose your white man. Whoever the hell they put on TV or catapult up and say, this is the one, you get to say, I like that guy. Or your choice. This is your boy Yusef Hood. This is the Hood Films channel. I love to kick 100% conversation and knowledge to y'all about the stuff that I come across and learn about. These blogs are strictly for me. Don't nobody else have my opinion but me. This is strictly for how I feel and the thoughts that I've come up with over the years of my life. Thank you for getting to the end of this video, for watching and paying attention to me and kicking it with me. Watch my new movie. It's called Killer Rapper. You're going to see one of the cards pop up at the top. It'll be able to get you to that video. I got some more little stuff popping on this channel. This is the hottest channel on the internet. So not only am I talking to y'all about this kind of stuff, but I'm doing videos on every other kind of matter. Hit me in the comments if you want to see some of me talk about stuff that you think, and I can kind of use my intellect and conversation to drive it to you to where I think you need to get it. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all listening. I appreciate y'all coming back, man. Thank you again. Yusef Hood Films, the Hood Films channel. Make sure you go buy some clothes too. We at hoodfilms.com. We are also at Walmart. We got the clothes at Walmart right up there, man. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you soon.